Hi everybody, my name is Dennis. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe. Think about hitting that like. And today's first product is the ASRock Fatal1ty B450 Gaming ITX with onboard AC, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth. Let's get at it and see what it's all about. Okay, so having a first look at this motherboard, I needed it because I had a micro ATX case that will also take a mini ITX, and I needed a motherboard that would suit all my needs, and this one exceeded my needs because it has a RGB factor to it, has the HDMI, which is standard on a lot of motherboards, very small, much smaller than any motherboard I've actually ever had before. It had the built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, which means I don't have to add like an adapter or anything like that to it, which gives me more space inside the case for airflow. So let's get it out of the box and have a look. All right, so very small. I'm just going to move this to the side for now, and we'll put it on top of the box. So before we get to putting it on the top, let's see what else is inside the box. So let's take this out, and you can see all your components are kind of nicely setting inside here. We're just gonna let them all go. So we've got our SATA cable, our quite nicely designed I/O shield. Nothing fancy, but at least it's colorful and it'll just look nicer. And you have, now this is something I haven't mentioned yet, but I'll show you when I get to the actual motherboard. It has an M.2 slot on the back side of the motherboard. So it also gives you the added ability to do that. And this is just your screw to hold it in place. And of course you've got your manual software setup, all that kind of good stuff. And of course it includes your CD and an ASRock postcard. I don't know why you'd want that, but anyway. And all your drivers and everything be on here. Now, don't forget, go on to the website after you've used the initial, I'd just say just use the network card. You can use it all, but using the network card just to get you so you can download and get on the internet. And then download all the latest drivers from the internet itself, on their site, of course. And the only other thing here is your two antennas. And that will go on the motherboard itself. And we'll see that in just a sec. So rather than use the box right away, I decided I'd use the Ryzen 2 2400G, which is going to go in this build, just to set it on, because that will demonstrate just how small this is. What's nice about this is they actually include this on the bottom, which just helps to protect it that much more. So here's our first look. And on the back. So we're going to go over a couple of the features here before we start putting everything out. Of course, you've got your Intel Wi-Fi, which is 802.11 AC. You've got your Creator Sound Blaster Cinema 5. So you got the Nissan, hope I'm saying that right, Fine Gold Series audio caps. Okay, right here. And of course, you've got your Intel LAN, gives better performance, lowers your CPU utilization, enhanced stability. And of course, it has the dual USB 3.1 Gen 2, which is 10 gigabyte per second, a Type C +1, and a Type A. And of course, like I said, it also has the RGB. So ASRock has what's called polychrome RGB. So that way you can build your own colorful lighting system. The RGB LED header, and it has an addressable RGB LED header that also allows the user to connect LED strips and create unique PC style easily. And it also supports RGB sync. And you have your steel reinforced for the graphics card. And of course your CPU is going to go in there. Of course, like I said, it's AMD. Which is, and it supports the Ryzen 2 CPUs. So that way you can go ahead and use it for that. And being, of course, those are the newer ones. That's what a lot of people are going to probably buy, because price difference between the first gen and second gen isn't all that much, and you get better performance. Another thing to keep in mind is this only supports Windows 10. Okay, it's not backward compatible with Windows 7. So that's a big thing you want to know, because if you're buying it with that purpose in mind, well, don't. And of course, it has your 2 DIMM memory slots, 24-pin power supply, and your 8-pin, which is right here. And your PCIe is 3.0 times 16. All right, just in case anybody was wondering about that. And of course, when you put your graphics on, the graphics with the Ryzen 2 processor is going to have your Vega series graphics, and it's prepared for that. And you'll have your HDMI, DisplayPort, connectors. And I'll get to that. I'll show that to you in just a second here. And it has 4 SATA 3, 1 Ultra M.2, PCIe Gen 3 times 4, and SATA 3. So that's for your NVMe M.2 drives. USB, it supports 2 USB 3.1 and 4 USB 2.0. 2 in the front, 1 in the rear, and 1 in the mouse port. Your audio, which is another nice factor of this, is it has 7.1 channel HD audio. And from everything I've heard and read, it's very, very, very good. And for your Wi-Fi, the other thing that's good to know is it has ASRock's Wi-Fi 2.4 and 5 gigahertz antennas, which means it's dual band. And if you have a signal that's one is stronger than the other, you'll be able to take advantage of that, and it'll work better for you. Okay, so rather than me just tell you what they are, let's have a look. Here's your Wi-Fi for your antennas. And of course your sound, your speakers, and all that kind of good stuff. Your USB 3.1, your Type-C, and your Type 3.0. Actually, yep, 3.0. HDMI and DisplayPort. And of course your USB 2.0s and the old style display PS2, in case you have one of those older mice. And not to forget your gigabyte LAN. So packed pretty good features just in that aspect of it. So you've also got your CPU fan, channel fan here, and you've got another one right here. So on a small form factor like this, having 2 channel fans and a CPU fan, and of course your RGB, that's pretty nice. You don't get that even on some of the bigger boards if you go with the small scales. You usually can find like 1 CPU, 1 system fan, and that's it. And then you have to use splitters and all that kind of stuff. So this will help you to avoid that and give you a cleaner cable management. Okay, so turning this over, you can see where your M.2 drive is here. Okay, and it's going to secure right here. And of course you can mount your CPU cooler on here in the back. Great build, great quality. Of course, you've only got the 4 standoffs you're going to have, just, you know, just to point them out to you. So when you put the CPU box just right here behind it, you get an idea for just how big, or rather how small, this motherboard really is. Now, I have never used this particular manufacturer's motherboard before, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a try and just seeing how good it is. And we'll get to that in another video where I'll go through the BIOS and I'll go through all the settings and everything like that. So yeah. Now I normally do that in the same video, but I have to prepare the case and everything. And I kind of ran short of time on getting everything done for this video. So hope you don't mind. But if you do want to see all those, you know, temperatures and with the CPU installed and all that kind of good stuff, leave me a comment and my next video will be just that. It may be just that anyway, but let me know. Give me your feedback. Tell me what you want to see, and I'll make it happen. All right, everybody. So that's my first time with an AS1 Fatal1ty motherboard, and of course I went with the Mini ITX this time just to change things up a little bit. Hope you like it. If you do, hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell for future notifications of upcoming videos. And my PayPal link will be in the bottom if you decide you got some extra cash and don't know what to do with it. I could always use it for another video down the road. Any case, thank you very much for watching. You guys are fantastic. You guys that keep coming back and watching my videos, and I really appreciate it. So I just wanted to make sure I said that because I don't say it often enough, but I really appreciate you guys and gals coming to visit my channel, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next one.